Folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated? Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets. Folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated? Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets.
Hello. Testing. My mic was off. Yeah, let me just hold on. Audio, okay, everyone. Just making sure the audio is fine. Hassan, welcome. Thank you very much. Audio's okay. Okay, brilliant. So I was just saying earlier, and to Arif, sir, can I also trade based on your prediction? Currently, you definitely can. That's the whole point of these live streams, is to use these forecasts as a bit of a game plan, an extra confluence, and then you do your own due diligence, right? You have to have your own strategy based on your rules. If I say the dollar's going to go up, there's a high probability the dollar's going to go up. But in terms of the entry, that's different. That's all down to you, right? So you can use these live streams as a forecast, yes, as an extra confluence. Obviously, you can't, it's impossible to take a trade with just a forecast if you've got no game plan, right? You still need a strategy. So hopefully I answered that for Mr. Arif. Is that what you meant? Has anybody here ever traded with their strategy using my forecast? Curious question, genuine question. Please ask as many questions as you can. And whilst you're asking questions and everyone else, I will begin. Yeah, I'll begin the analysis for today. right? Let me just share my screen. Bada beam, bada boosh. Okay, there we go. So yeah, anyone else, just feel free to ask questions. So bank level trading, who is not aware of bank level trading? Who doesn't know what bank level trading is? Just write a number 1 in the comment box. And write a number 2 if you trade ICT SMC. And write a number 3 if you've got a very unique strategy that you personally trade that's got nothing to do with ICT or SMC or bank level trading. Curious to know. I know there's a 10-second lag, more or less, when I speak. So just wait a little bit. Okay, so just me, the best indicator. Yeah, the best indicator. The best indicator. How? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as the best indicator. There's actually no such thing. No best indicator exists, because if you have the best indicator, but then your mindset is wrong and your strategy is wrong, then it's not really the best indicator, right? So you need to make sure that your trading is on point, the strategy is on point, and then you can use an indicator. So I can't really answer that, sorry. There's no such thing as a best indicator. There's no such thing as the best trading strategy. There's no. It's just all about consistency. You know, following your trading rules, sticking to the plan, knowing when to trade, knowing when not to trade, knowing when to come out, knowing when to scale, when to add positions, following risk management. That is the best advice, but there's no such thing as a best indicator now. Okay, nice. We've got number 1 here. Brilliant. Okay, I'm trying to learn ICT 2022. Yes, that's all free online. You know, feel free, definitely. There's a lot of traders that do ICT. So that will be, yeah, good luck with that. Graham Isaacs, what chart is that? This is the Dixie. It's the DXY. So it's the dollar index. And Rahul, I made my risk management strategy itself as a trading strategy. Lovely. I love that. You know, this is what it's all about. Another number 1. Okie dokie. Okay, let's get started. So, what am I expecting on the dollar? Just zooming in. The dollar is about to take a dive from this double top. Is literally going to melt to new lows. That is what's going to happen, everyone. So sell the dollar right now. This is financial advice. I'm joking. No, that's not going to happen. Number 1, equal highs. So we know there's going to be some form of a liquidity grab just above. So definitely a stop hunt pending. Plus, there's a lot of momentum, right? If we investigate to the left, see what we've got here. Yeah, there's lots of points of interest. Also, some equal highs approximately here. And there's a pretty decent liquidity pool there. Yeah, a very lovely liquidity pool. Let's just add it on. This is the target. Let's make sure it's all done correctly. Plan a liquidity pool. Go. Let's go to the current price. And this is just a potential good little target to have, right? Nice little equal highs, nice liquidity pool. So the dollar's actually quite bullish at the moment. So there should potentially be some form of a reversal. So yeah, that's what I'll be anticipating for now. And you can see it's trading within a pattern. Right, nice little pattern there. There we go. So yeah, this is programmed to just come up here. So that's a very, very good target. So what's that? Okay, 107. Save this down. 107.05. That's the target on the dollar. Can I zoom in? Yes, absolutely. I'll zoom in. There we go. Zoomed in right for you. All right, equal highs are not really done yet. I'm referring to this one here. It's not really ready yet. We need a rejection. So yeah, that's a good little target, 107.050 for potential longs on the dollar. And we also have some Elliott waves as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you know, at number 5, we look for the boomerang. So a boomerang of the pattern, right? We're looking for a boomerang and then a drop to the downside. So that's basically the main game plan I've got for the week. So that's the dollar. Gold is at an interesting point for potential longs. Lots of momentum, so always best to just let the market develop. So lots of momentum, and last week, Wednesday, replayed this live stream. I believe I done one last week, Wednesday, and just look at the forecast, right? Literally said 2 things can happen. I said potential boomerang and a drop. Plan B will do a boomerang of this area. And obviously plan A played out and it's dropped. It's exactly what I said in the forecast. So watch that live stream for educational purposes. And just to, remind you that these forecasts are extremely accurate. So make sure to not miss these live streams. But most importantly, follow your rules, trade safe, and yeah, just execute based on your rules. So this played out to the T. Now I'm expecting price to potentially reverse and bounce, but a lot of momentum. So I'd rather use a different strategy to try and catch this quote falling knife. So this just needs time to develop, right? I'm not really confident that it's going to reverse from plan A, B, or C. So yeah, gold just needs time to develop for a potential long. Euro. Okay, euro is just dropping to new lows. Yeah, I'm not really in this trade anymore. Okay, and yeah, we just have to update it, right? So the boomerang basically failed, right? Didn't really go long from here, did it? It's now closed back below the pattern. So we just update the pattern accordingly. And now it's got a lot of room to basically just keep on dropping to the downside and then potentially another boomerang. So I'll be waiting to catch a long sometime this week on the euro. So yeah, euro is looking bearish at the moment and then potential longs as well. So that's the euro. And you can see same thing, nothing out of the ordinary. Right, you can see there's a boomerang here of the third tap. You can see 1, 2, and you've got the boomerang. We also have a boomerang of let me see, where else are the boomerangs? Right here, this was quite short-lived. Would have made a little bit of profit on the lower time frames, but you can see how accurate it is. Boomerang, close back inside, then it would have failed. What do we have? We have, this was a really good boomerang here. Look, great one. See that? 1, 2, boomerang, and it goes long, right? So I'm looking for basically just a boomerang. It's just a repeat of what I do, right? But now this is a bigger one. 1, 2, and I'm expecting a boomerang from that particular structure. And what is your checklist before entry? My checklist before my entry is follow the rules, make sure I've done gym, and make sure that the DXY is correlating with one of the pairs. That's mainly it. Obviously, my actual trading strategy checklist is a lot more complex than that. But the main thing is my routine needs to be on point. My mindset has to be on point. I really, if I have bad sleep or if I don't do gym and I'm looking to trade, I just don't even force it. I literally just keep myself occupied with something else. I'll start, I'll do meetings, or I don't know, I'll just do something else. I'm always busy, so I'll just do something else. I wouldn't trade. Even if I miss out on 10-hour, I honestly do not mind. There's 10-hour trades every day, 5-hour trades every day. I don't mind. I just don't like trading when I'm not in the right mindset. So for me, the most important thing is sleeping at the right time, the same time, sorry, every single day, and waking up at the same time every single day. I'm going to gym in the morning every single day. That for me keeps my momentum, my discipline, my consistency, my routine throughout the whole day. The moment that breaks, the moment I have bad sleep, the next day it's a shambles for me. Or the moment I miss gym, I'm not in the right sort of mindset. So I have to I'll probably do some indoor workout or something. So for me, routine is very, very important. I need it. So yeah, dollar, yeah, that's euro. Wachira, if you say DXY is bullish, it means that gold is likely to go down. Yeah, exactly. That, and I just covered gold, right? It's only at plan A, right? It's got a lot of room to drop. It can easily come here. Gold. It's going to wipe out these lows and then potentially go long from here. And then maybe a new plan A, new plan B. Really depends. We need a pattern. So it's too early to try and pinpoint the reversal of gold. It's way too early. But yeah, this has a lot more room to the downside. But anything can happen. This can still bounce off from here. And then it can drop again. And if that's the case, look, there may just be a pattern here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe this is the one, right? So it really depends on the pattern. The pattern with the Elliott Wave 5 is what makes this strategy unique, because we know exactly when to use an order block or whatever SMC terms you guys are aware of. I know there's a bunch of different terminologies. I made my own one up. You can call it Aladdin here. It does not really matter the name of it, but we all know, if you're familiar with SMC, order blocks or whatever other levels there are, then we know when not to trade because of the pattern. That's the most important thing, right? We don't trade. I mean, even if this is a very decent, look at that crazy rally, and you wait for price to come here, you wait for confirmation, you wait for a break of structure, you then wait for a sweep or some equalos, you get in and then it takes you out. This is what we don't do at the BOT. We don't do that. We wait for this, but only once a boomerang has been completed, right? That's what, that's why a lot of BOT traders are smashing it. So yeah. Will you take a trade now? Would I take a trade now? Depends. If I see something. Yeah, if I see something. And to be fair, because I'm not sure if you guys remember the live streams that we used to do with me and Rodrigo like a year or two ago. We used to always take trades live, but that was because it was, during the week around 1 p.m. So it's trading times. Obviously, Mondays around these times, sometimes there's trades, sometimes there's no trades. So yeah, I rarely take trades on a Monday. Rarely, but there is sometimes trades on a Monday. But I've already accepted the fact that, okay, if I miss a trade on Monday, it's not the end of the world, right? You don't have to trade every day. Hassan, is order block valid without creating a fair value gap? I don't know. Is an order block valid without creating? Okay, so I know this is an order block because there's only one candle. I prefer using an accumulation of candles followed by momentum. So I use order blocks, but mainly I use banker blocks. For me, banker blocks is more like more than one count, just a series of candlesticks, if that makes sense. So for example, let me see if there's a clearer one. Over here, there's a couple of bullish candles, couple bearish candles, followed by momentum. I like using this, but yes, if this is one counter candle before the drop, that's completely fine as well. So your question was, is an order block valid without creating a fair? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I call it imbalance, but yes, I know the term originates from fair value gap, right? I just call it an imbalance. But yeah, I'm not sure that answered the question. Is it valid without creating it? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess it's still valid. I mean, normally if you see a bank block, there's always going to form an imbalance. When you think about it, there will always be an imbalance. But over here, there's an imbalance, and here is your order block right here, right? So what I like to do is get a little bit creative, kind of average out both points of interest. So the 50% of the back, I call it the banker block. I'm sticking to BOT concepts now, yeah? So the banker block and the imbalance, I get the 50% zone from both points of interest, and then I use that zone and I get a 50% of that point of interest, 2 pips below, 2 pips above. Same here. If there's a banker block and an imbalance, I create a zone. I call it a multi-liquidity pool. And then I use an average of the 50% range of the new redefined zone. So that's the way I sort of do levels. But yeah, thank you, Wachira. I view SMC a little bit different. I'm not an ICT guru, right? I haven't really done that content. So yeah, I don't really trade like that. So I know there's a lot more experienced ICT traders of SMC than me. I just do things just a little bit different, but definitely some similarities. David, I'm analyzing at the moment the dollar on the H4. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Wachira, for answering that. Okay, so yeah, that's Aussie for you. So it looks like Aussie needs time to develop. It's very, 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 very range bound. So there's nothing really going on. So yeah, quite range bound. There may just be like a larger sort of pattern here forming, etc. So again, similar scenario to the euro. Most likely a boomerang coming up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it does a scoop of this area, right? That'll be perfect. Nice stop on of that area, and then I'll be looking for long. So at the moment, it's just it's not really tradable at the moment. Yep, Wachira is a G for that. Okay, so that's Aussie, dollar yen. Okay, the dollar yen is just gonna just keep climbing. Guess there's a new pattern here. Most likely, there's a larger pattern, but it's a little bit expanding here. God, this is more of a recent larger pattern that takes precedence. This middle pattern, just gonna leave it here. There we go. So potentially a boomerang coming up on dollar yen. Most likely going to take out. Yeah, I was just going to say that. Most likely going to take out this high. There we go. And this would be a boomerang, right? Depending on price action, it may reverse from here. Who knows, right? I include the wicks in my channels. Always wicks, never the bodies. Now, bodies, for me, body is invalid. Has to be the wicks always. Okay, there we go. Dollar CAD, what's this? What's happened here? This is rallied. Okay, interesting. No, this is gonna wait until there's further price action. I'm gonna update the group anyway. Probably tomorrow. At the moment, it's just all. Yeah, just have to just wait really. So no real patterns here for now. It's just a lot of momentum. preferably what I like to see is, you know, a pattern somehow, somewhere, wherever it is, you know, patterns here, rally, right? Let me see, what else is there? There we go, look, ascending pattern, drop. Ascending pattern, you can see that, and you can see the boomerang, drop. Over here, descending pattern, boomerang, rally. So at the moment, there's a lot of momentum. So I'd rather just wait for a pullback, descending, rally, or at least a rally, ascending, and a drop, right? So still early times on dollar CAD. Yeah, still early times. Okay, that's it for me. So not much going on. Any questions or anything else you'd like me to cover? Oh, who would like to see a quick back test on how I do the patterns? Or would you guys prefer me to break down some more charts? How many patterns do I look for? Well, there's normally one large pattern and the confirmation pattern, right? With the confirmation pattern, you're going to get a decent risk reward. If you trade just one pattern, that's completely fine, but the risk reward is going to be a little bit less. More patterns, the better, basically. Sometimes 3 patterns. Okay, so we've got a bit of both. Pattern backtesting, and then we've got breaking down charts. So, okay, so whoever, let me see, there's 30 of you watching. So the next 10 people that compose what you'd like me to do, I would do that. So best out of 10. So type of 1 if you want me to do pattern backtesting, and type in 2 if you want me to break down the charts. Once there's 10 of you, because there's 30 of you, once just 10 of you reply, then I'll pick the one with the most votes, and then we keep it moving. Okay, keep them coming, keep them coming. There's only 2. Come on, I need 8 more. There's 30 of you. So just make sure you just tap something in so we can get the live stream moving. So everyone's waiting on you right now, whoever that is. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, does nobody have like a keyboard or a phone? Where's everyone watching this live stream? Just press 1 or 2. It's not that hard. That's it. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Keep them coming. Okay. Thank you, Tayyab Ali. Nice one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 more. Come on. 6 more. Thank you, Lynette. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 5 more. Come on. Okay, we got another one. Shadi. That's 6. And we got Henry. Okay, so mostly everyone, because there's no point doing 10 now, because when you think about it, number 1, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 2, 7, 2, 1. So sorry, Tissing you Thai. Looks like everyone wants some patterns. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do pattern backtesting. Amazing. Let me just delete everything. Before I do that, this is what I do with my one-to-one traders once they're at a certain level, right? Firstly, somebody pick a currency pair for me to backtest. I'm just going to pick the first one, right? The first one that comes up, I'm going to backtest. I'm going to freestyle it. So whoever types in first a currency pair you'd like me to backtest, I'm going to freestyle it. I'm going to go to a random date, random time, just do a quick freestyle. Guys, euro, pound. Okay, euro. Okay, when you say euro, I know you mean euro USD. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go on euro USD. But before I do that, I'm going to go on the weekly on dollar CAD, right? Because I don't like backtesting when it comes to hindsight. I feel like it's cheating, right? So when I go on a backtest, I stretch the screen so I don't see what's happening. I'm going to go on euro, right? Okay, look. Don't know what's going to happen, right? Complete freestyle. Now I'm going to go on a random date, right? So somebody give me a date, 6 months max, in case I want to go on the 1 minute. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'll go on a H1 in 15. So just give me a random date and a random day. Random month, random date. Go on, quick. '34th of June. The good one, Hassan. Okay, 23rd of June. Cool. 23rd of June. So I'm gonna go on a 23rd of June. 23rd of June. Boom. Go. Oh, what happened? Okay, let's do that again. I done that wrong. Let me just do it the old school way. Sometimes. All right. One more time, because I saw what was gonna happen. I don't like that. Another random date. And I'm just gonna do this. So one more time, Hassan or anyone else, just give me a random date. So right now we are practically in September 2023. We're approximately here. So go on, random date. So euro, random pair. Somebody give me a random month. 18th of May. Okay, thank you. 18th of May. So look, I'm gonna go on 18th of May. So that's July, June. Okay, look. 8th of May. 15th of May will do, because I think I'm on the weekly, so it's not gonna. Okay, so look, 15th of May. You see that? So now I'm gonna do the replay, and I'm gonna go right there. So now I'm gonna scroll up because I don't know what's gonna happen. I delete everything from my screens, and I look. So now it's not hindsight. I'm not cheating. I'm not doing backtesting when I know what's gonna happen. That's what you do in the beginning when you're, learning on the support wheels, right? But when you're actually backtesting, you want to do it properly where there's no hindsight. But before you get to this level, you need to be cherry picking the patterns and start practicing the muscle memory and whatnot. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you guys a glimpse into the BOT, right? So we're going to start with the weekly real quick, see what we see. There's a bit of a stop on there. Let's see what's happening. Hold on. A bit of a potential pattern here. Let's go on the daily. There we go. Nice little daily. Let's go do a couple examples of some momentum. Let's press play now. Let's go on the H4. See that? It's broken the trend line. Broken the trend line, but we do have, there is a bit of a pattern here forming. So this is the current pattern. So I'm expecting now potential longs of a boomerang. That's a potential little game plan. So let's press play. Okay, hold on. Just because it's gone long doesn't mean it's going to go long. So this way, maybe I've missed something. Hold on. This is why you have to really take your time. When it's a live stream, I always rush things. Let me just make sure. So that's a nice little channel. Okay, so I've missed that. Let's go on the H1. So now I'm sort of forecasting, okay, so if we're going to go long, now if it drops, I'll have a game plan for that. A quick one. It's quite choppy. No patterns here, to be fair. Okay, it's time to start. Aussie, I've already done Aussie, David. Okay, let's see what's happening. Now we can start updating the pattern accordingly. So it looks like it's breaking back inside. This is to expanding. It's going to update the structure. So now I'll be expecting price to potentially come down and complete a boomerang off here. Okay, it's really testing the waters. There we go. It's dropping. Still expecting this to have one last push to the upside. And maybe a cheeky little pattern here. Maybe a little cheeky pattern here. So now I've got two game plans. Rally, drop, or a drop, and then rally. So that's what I'm expecting. Okay, looks like this is dropping. There we go. Still hasn't really completed the main boomerang. Now is it going to go long? Yeah, I doubt it. There we go. It's almost there. You just have to trust the setup. So there we go. Look, see that? Almost there. We update the pattern. Now it's looking like a decent little boomerang. But before we do that, the pattern SMC entry has to be below the actual pattern. So this is when you can start looking for your SMC entries. Then you can start looking for your fair value gaps, banker blocks, and whatever inside here on the lower time frames. But we're just doing patterns for now. We're just doing patterns for now. Now we have a potential second pattern approaching that entry. So a little bit, yeah, still early. Ooh, was that it? Okay, so it's gone long, but then you have to be a little bit patient. So it did drop to the downside. I'm thinking, have I missed the pattern? Okay, so yeah, I missed this pattern here. Look, there we go. Yeah, so this is hindsight. I missed it. Fair enough. This is why when you do a back test, take your time and do candle by candle. When you do it live, it's not really it's gonna be quite hard. So look, 1, 2, 3, boomerang, and it's gone long. Right, but just because it's gone long does not mean it's gonna go long, as in long term. This could easily still just redevelop into a new pattern, and we have to update structures. And it's just a much larger pattern. So now we can start planning bigger patterns within the patterns, descending or ascending. This is going to be to expanding. So I'm just going to separate, leave it here. Just going to wait. Let's go to the H4, speed it up a bit. Okay, so it's kind of gone long from there. But now we can update the patterns and move with price. There we go. So that's a pretty decent little boomerang shape, right? It's really clear, really clean pattern. There we go. So that was short term. Done a boomerang, but now it's gone long. So obviously we have to be aware of all the different structures. I mean, this is still pulling back. It looks like it's really reversing from this area. So now you see that all of a sudden it's now quite bullish. So we'll probably go to the top end of the pattern. Struggling to go there, retesting this trend line. So this is when you need to start updating the pattern again. It could just be forming a bit of a larger sort of bullish pattern approximately there. Separate patterns. See what we have here. There we go. Yeah, just okay. There we go. Nice little drop and then rally. Drop and then rally. Drop and then where's the rally? Come on. Rally, rally, rally. There's the rally. I think it was short-lived. See that? Nice little boomerang. Then it rallied, but it failed to explode from this trend line. So we may have to be updating it accordingly. Now it's doing a new boomerang, just on a stop hunt. Could potentially go long, but what's important is the way it done a boomerang. There wasn't really a break, a bit of a liquidity grab. And number one, it was quite ascending. So this is kind of telling us that it's not really going to explode. You want to be looking at descending, right? Same thing here. This is ascending, so wouldn't be surprised if it drops. At the same time, there may be a potential new pattern here developing. And we can separate this pattern. There we go. There's a drop. Wait for the rally. You see that? The ascending pattern that I just mentioned. See that little boomerang played out? And now we have this potential boomerang. So it looks like it could potentially go long soon. Could be wrong though. And there's your long. And now this is the current price. And I believe I caught, yeah, we entered this trade, went long. I know some traders smashed it, took some profits here, but now it's dropping to the downside. But it doesn't matter because when we're catching a boomerang, we're normally catching it with a really tight stop. It's normally around 6 to 12 pips. See that? There's one trade alone, 10R. You don't have to get the analysis and the forecast right. It doesn't have to always go up here. Who cares, right? You catch that first trade, you plan it, take some profit, 10R, boom, call it a day. Or you take some profit, partials, then you move your stop loss to break even and you follow a strict stop loss management rule and then let it mechanically take you out. So yeah, this is there we go, nice little example. But now it's dropping. So what do you think is going to happen? Well, we just update the pattern, so we go with price. So now again, I'm expecting the euro, like I said earlier, to drop and then rally. But this rally doesn't have to do that. It can easily just do this, rally, make a quick 10R, then it might drop again. Who knows? But as we know where the dollar's at, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a gigantic rally on the euro, for those of you who know. So there's going to be a big long coming up. Whether it's here or later on during the week, it's going to be massive. Massive. So I'll update you guys next week on what happened. Lynette, what time frame is that? I was looking at H4, H1, but daily. Hassan, how do you decide the starting point of the channel? It could be a recent high, low, or not. Isn't it subjective? It's not subjective. I just haven't gone into detail. But we're looking at Elliott waves, and we're also looking at previous patterns updating. So it's not subjective. It's actually very mechanical. But that's a whole different subject, right? You don't just take every single low. There's actually rules as to which low or which high we take. There's very strict rules that you have to follow. So it's not subjective at all. Lynette Mamashella, which time? Yeah, just answer that. Okay, cool. Any other questions? Okay, in the meantime, if anyone's interested in learning more about the BOT, You can find more information in this link I'm about to send. Just check out Bank Level Trading Foundation. And how can we use this pattern in scalping? Well, same thing. Apply the patterns that I just showed on the M1 and the M5. Same rules apply. But obviously, you know, still my recommendation is to probably trade within a M15 larger pattern and at a point of interest. Then depending on, you know, if you're catching Elliott Wave 5, if it's reversing from there, then you can just add trades on scalings on like the M1, M5. So for example, if I were to just remove this and go to this pattern here that I said was going to reverse, if you're looking at scoping, then yeah, you just go on the M1 and just repeat the process really. M5, probably better clarity. So look, this trade here. There we go. Put a bit of a large banker block here. Go to the start of the pattern. Nice little scope there. What time is it? New York, Friday. Nice little Friday trade again. Then you could be looking at a liquidity pool over here. Again, sell it here. Stop it just above. Aim to the start of the pattern. And that's not a random liquidity pool. There's a reason why I've done that. It's based off this equal highs and the liquidity pool between both structures. And then depending on how glued you are to the screen, again, you just kind of repeat the process. Obviously, you don't want to be trading at 2 in the morning. You have to be realistic here, right? So, okay, Monday, London, nothing here. No, nothing really here. Oh, there's a trade here. So this is last week, Tuesday, around 12. Again, there's another little trade here. You look for the point of interest. What's this? It's an imbalance. Nice little imbalance there. Nice little trade. 2 pips below, 2 pips above. Set the order. What's that? 3-3. And then around approximately 5. So it'll be approximately like this. Aim for the start of the pattern. Quick 3.4R in probably half an hour. So there is trades, but remember this is scoping. Again, there's another trade here. And then you look for the multi liquidity pool. Approximately it's kind of everything here, to be fair. Same thing. You just keep on repeating the process. And again, another another point of interest, but this would be more of an M1 pattern. And again, repeat the process. Banker block. You'll get triggered in here, don't worry. Because obviously you have to include spread. I normally do 2 pips. What's that? 2, so you do 4. Yeah, you probably would have. Maybe you'll be lucky or not, but no, you catch that nice little entry, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, approximately here. That's all 2.4R. And obviously, if you're looking at the larger time frames, and you can hold it longer. But just to be conservative, start the pattern, etc. You can just go on. So there's a bunch of trades. And right now, there's just too much momentum. It's a little bit too much. And yeah, okay, got a nice little Thursday trade here. Nice little boomerang. You probably would have had to go on the M1 to see the actual entry. Just redefine this a little bit more. There we go. And there we go. Look, there's your little imbalance, or for you guys, fair value gap. See that? There we go. Again, 2 bits above somewhere, wherever that is. I'm going to do this perfect now. Hold on. So this one, approximately 3, approximately 5. And then you more or less let it run to at least start the pattern. And there you go. Obviously, we get losses in the way. I mean, I can find some losses for you guys. But where's the loss? Anyway, you get the idea. Do I have a YouTube channel? No. Not yet. But you can follow City Traders Imperium. I do YouTube live streams on CTI. So if you just Google City Traders Imperium YouTube, then you'll see a bunch of live streams there. Can we trade sideways market with the strategy? You can, but not with the BOT. You need to be trading BOTA. It's just a little bit different. So preferably, you can trade sideways market, because when you think about it, you'll find opportunities. I mean, look, this is sideways. This is a sideways market, right? You see that? So you can trade it. That's a sideways market. But within the sideways market, you just have to look for the wick off or whatever. Just look for a pattern. This is a bit of a trending market. Momentum, pulling back, trending. And now it's just sideways. So you'll definitely find opportunities on the sideways market, for sure. Now you'll find opportunities here, look. This is a very, very sideways market on the H1. Very sideways. And you'll find opportunities here. You go on the M5. Yeah, that's kind of everywhere. That's what boom run there. Nice little boom run there. See that? So you catch a trade here somewhere. Wherever that is. Again, you catch a trade here. Where else can you probably catch a trade? Nah, nothing here. Let's go on, let's go on M1. But yeah, there'll be opportunities everywhere. Especially if you go on at the M1 or M5 and actually zoom in and look for them. So look, now it's just a lot clearer. See that? There's a bit of a pattern here, but if you go on like the M1, yeah, you probably catch a loss here. Maybe not, I don't know. Hold on. See that nice little pattern here? Potentially a little boom run, depending on where your point of interest is, right? Looks like there's a tiny little point of interest there. And then also there's a bit of a, I'm going to go into detail, but you guys know how to do those levels. Bit of a plan A, plan B. This one probably would have, triggered you in. You would have seen some profit if you never took it and you're aiming for the start of the pattern. This would have obviously been a loss. So that would have been a loss. And then it would have been another opportunity. And with this tiny M1 pattern, that would have been a decent winner. All right, nice little winner there. And then depending on the larger time frames, if you're using your larger time frames, then you know you can really hold this. But to be conservative, bank some partials at the start of the pattern. Cool. All right. Any other questions, everyone? before we wrap things up? Is it okay to trade a breakout of a channel, or is a retest compulsory? Yeah, we don't really trade a breakout of the channel. We trade the fake out. So if it breaks outside of the channel, if it's breaking outside of it for, if it's bullish and it's broken outside of a pattern, then we're looking for shorts. If it's bearish and it's broken the pattern to the downside, we're looking for longs. So, for example, we don't trade breakouts. If there's like a little retest here on that breakout, we don't do that. You make money, fair enough, but it's just not part of the rules. Has to be outside of the pattern, outside everything, and you set it back inside to the pattern. Okay, any other questions that you might have? Do you combine the strategy with horizontal support and resistance? No, I don't. No, I don't trade no support and resistance, just patterns. You can if you want. I mean, you can always backtest that, Hassan. Why not? But the reason I don't do that, very simple. Because if we're trading, let's say, we're trading this pattern. Let's find a better example. Let's go to like the M15. And where we at? Euro. No, live market. Okay, if we're trading this over here, let's say we shorted it. Just an example, we shorted the market. We're targeting this area, right? Normally the risk would be, it's normally around 8 pips, 6 to 10 pips, more or less. So yeah, this is more like it. Around 10, cool. So the reason we don't look at support and resistance is because if we do, this is what happens. Support resistance. Number one is going to get messy. And number two, your risk reward is going to get messy. You see that? So if I was trading this, I would have caught a trade there and I would have had to bank profit here at 1.17R. So it limits your potential when you're trading support and resistance, right? If it breaks that support, then your next target would be over here, 2.6R. And that's it, really. You're quite limited. Whereas if you're not trading support and resistance, if you're not trading that and you're just trading the pattern, then you just aim for the bottom of the pattern. You don't have to be looking and trading support and resistance. So the way I view things is instead of trading support and resistance like this, right, up and down, up and down, up and down, I trade support and resistance like this. So this will be resistance, this will be supports, and it will eliminate all these areas in the middle. Does that make sense? Really and truly, you enter outside of resistance and then you can target outside of support. So my support and resistance is the patterns. Enter outside of it, you can exit outside. And you enter outside and you exit outside, right? But normally it does tend to go to the start of the pattern. So yeah. So to answer your question, no, I don't. No worries, bro. Cool. All right. Gonna wrap things up then. I'll see you guys next week or on City Traders Imperium YouTube channel. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Trade safe and buy the dollar, sell the dollar later this week. Probably on a Friday. All right. Bye-bye.